people will see me, my childhood friends from Bangladesh, from England, they will look at me right now and they won't be able to recognize me. Quazi here, and I'm back in my favorite classroom, and today I want to talk to you about the most powerful law of attraction principle that you can start implementing in your life right now. Now, as I was growing up and as I started to learn about the law of attraction, I started to use all of these techniques and I started to find out about techniques. So when I read my first book, Think and Grow Rich, I learned about the goal card, and for a year I muttered the same affirmations, same goals, saying I am so happy and grateful that by January 1st, 2018, I will have X amount of money and X amount of girls I'll be dating, or I'll have met my dream girl. And I kept saying that for a whole year, and really nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. And I kept visualizing throughout the day, I kept meditating, and none of the things that I wanted in my life manifested the way I wanted it to. I wanted to become a 4.0 GPA student. That year didn't happen. So after a lot of learning and a lot of practicing all of these techniques, I started to get really frustrated. And I didn't want to be stuck where I was stuck, and I just felt stagnant, and I didn't want that anymore. And then I was introduced to works of transurfing reality, and then I met my mentor and my coach, who then taught me principles of identity shifting. And then I started reading some Fred Dodson works too, and then I really started to grasp the core concept behind identity shifting. Now, a lot of us are mindlessly doing techniques, searching on YouTube, like, how do I do this? How do I get this girl to like me? What do I say? And I used to do that too. I remember I had this crush on a girl in my school, and I would try to use these techniques like, oh, you should be a bad boy and a jerk to her, and then maybe she'll like you. Try this technique, say this line, use this pickup line. And I was doing that, but none of it really worked until I learned about identity shifting. And then anything in my life that I wanted, I could just shift into the person that I wanted to become, and then I got it. So that's the power of identity shifting. Everything that I manifested in my life, whether it be good grades, whether it be meeting Bridget, the girl I'm dating, the girl of my dreams, or it be even the job that I got, my summer internship that I manifested. All of these beautiful things have come into my life, and the feeling that I feel now, getting rid of social anxiety and becoming the person that I wanted to become. I couldn't even get out of the house because I had such crazy social anxiety. I didn't want to go and meet up with friends unless it was absolutely necessary. I couldn't just have fun being myself, and I hated that. I really wanted to become a more confident person, someone who could just go out and be himself whenever he wanted. And I was really struggling with that my whole life. And then even after learning about the law of attraction, visualizing and meditating, it didn't help that much. It helped a little bit, but it didn't really help that much. And I found that I was always falling back into my old patterns. And that's because I didn't know about identity shifting. As soon as I found out about identity shifting and recreating the character that I wanted to be, I looked back at my life and the things that I actually got when I was younger. And I found that it was a direct result of becoming the person that I wanted to become. So when I found out about identity shifting, then I could become that 4.0 GPA student who did 4.0 GPA student stuff and change it into find out what I'm not doing right now and implement those in that new identity. So defining myself first, who I am now, understanding who I am now and who I need to become, the character that I needed to become in order to achieve my goals, and the difference between them. Once you can identify, then you can become, because you can't really get to the place you're trying to get to if you don't even know where you want to get to. It's like going to the airport and buying a ticket and expecting to end up in Paris, but then you end up in Africa. If you don't define where you want to get to and who you want to become, then you will never become that person. And the most powerful thing you can do right now is to ask yourself who you are right now. What are the things that you do? Identify the patterns and the beliefs and whatever things you do, whatever little it may be. Who are you right now? What version of yourself are you right now? And what is version 2.0 of you? What does he or she do? What does he or she think? Who are they? And once you start to really do this and align your actions every single day with becoming this person, then you'll see that everything just gets attracted into your life effortlessly from just being. Because the most powerful paradigm of all is the becoming paradigm. And I learned that from David R. Hawkins in his book, Letting Go, where he says that there's the having paradigm, the doing paradigm, and finally, the most powerful paradigm to come from, the being paradigm. Everything in the world is always in a constant state of becoming. So, like my friend Sunny from Personal Mastery Quest said, impermanence is the only thing that's permanent. Nothing in the world is going to be constant. Everything is in a state of becoming. And the real question is, who are you becoming? Who do you want to become? What do you want to do with your life? And who is that person that does that? Who is the person that has that? Be first, do next, have after. Be, do, have, in that order. So if you just focus on what you're becoming and who you're becoming, you will literally see that your life just completely changes. People will see me, my childhood friends from Bangladesh, from England, they will look at me right now and they won't be able to recognize me. People from a year ago won't be able to recognize me. Not because I just got a haircut, but because I've completely shifted into the person that I wish to become. And everyone has the power to do this. And the reason behind this is that everyone is given what is known as free will. Everyone has the right to choose whatever life they want to live. You simply have to choose, and through the virtue of choosing and becoming, you subsequently live the life that you want to live. If you just focus on having something and doing something, then your law of attraction ability will be massively hindered because you're just focusing on the surface level stuff. It's like if I wanted to get something and I started thinking good thoughts and having good emotions, sure, that would help to some level, but you would always keep falling back to that self-image that you have of yourself, the identity that you've created for yourself in the first place. And the most effective way to mold someone is from the deepest root, which is their identity. Now, everyone has an identity that they've been brought up with. So we've all been socially conditioned with a certain identity that we live according to every single day. What do I mean by that? Well, right now, you define yourself as either introverted, extroverted, social, unsocial, intelligent, not intelligent. When you raise a child, and this is very important for mothers and fathers too, when you raise a child, if you keep badgering them about how they're not smart and how they're not intelligent, they're not getting this math problem right, they're not doing well in school, oh, you're not smart, you're not creative. If you keep emphasizing that, then the child starts to believe that and make that a part of his or her identity. And then they subsequently become that. Do you see what I mean? We create our realities based on who we are. Everything around you right now is a direct result of who you are and how you've lived your life until this very point in time. And if you understand the concept of identity and how important it is in order to change your life, your self-image, how important it is in order to create the life that you want to live, then you will be exposed to the most powerful technique and principle of all, identity shifting. So, to take this one step further, if you read Psycho-Cybernetics, which is a great book by Maxwell Maltz, in it he talks about how, so this guy is a plastic surgeon, a cosmetic surgeon, and he talks about how as soon as he changed people into the faces that they wanted, they subsequently changed their personalities as a result. And they started becoming completely different people. People who are not achieving anything that they wanted in life. They weren't making the money they want. They weren't having the career that they want. They weren't getting the confidence that they want. As soon as you changed, as soon as he changed their faces to the faces that they envisioned themselves with, they subsequently became the person behind that face they envisioned themselves with. Does that make sense? The mere fact of changing the face changed the person within, initiated this trigger point and said, wow, I have this face now, therefore I can be the person of my visions. So now I will live and act accordingly to that person. So in order to really make a change in your life, to start getting the things that you want, something needs to change, because you've lived your life until this point and you haven't gotten the things that you want. So something needs to change. And that change is and should occur at the identity level for the most effective results. Now, before I conclude this video, I want to inspire another thought in you. So the way I see identity is as though people have these different clothes that they wear. People have these different masks that they put on. Now we have the capability to put on any single mask that we want. Once you put on one mask, you become a certain person. And as a result of becoming this person, you attract a certain kind of reality. Once you put on another mask, then you become another person. And as a result of being that person, you attract another kind of reality. If your parents, when you were younger, conditioned you to become a studious, good boy, nerd, that kind of a person, and not confident and not social, then you will have lived your life up until now with that kind of identity. You would have defined yourself as, I'm just naturally introverted. You know, I don't really go out or do anything. That's never been me. And you think that it's impossible for you to become extroverted because that was something you were innately born with. A lot of us are getting what we're innately born with and what we can become very confused. You see, with the law of attraction, with everything that I'm learning right now and everything that I'm sharing with you, you have the power to become anything that you want. And that is why I deeply believe in this, because it gives hope to everyone. And not only does it give hope, I have seen people transform themselves drastically. I have personally transformed myself drastically. And as a result, I've started to live the life that I want to live. If you saw where I was when I was 16, you really wouldn't believe where I am right now. That's the profound level of transformation that I've gone through. And I believe and I deeply wish this upon everyone. Once you understand these concepts and how to become that person, and if you start to focus every single day on becoming that person you wish to become, and you align yourself with that person, you will see that everything in your life will start to change. The only resistance people have to shifting into a new person is that they're holding on so tightly to this current mask they're wearing that they can't just let go and become someone else. It's really crazy. People think that, oh, change, you should never change. And once you do start to change, you get all of these challenges from your reality. You'll see this. Once you become this new person, all of your friends will start to be like, oh, you've changed. Don't ever change. No, you were fine just the way you were. And that's because they were used to and accustomed to treating you a certain way based on the identity that you were putting up. They can't handle the fact that you've become a new person, a different person, a changed person. And that's why they're reacting the way that they are. It's not their fault. They've been conditioned to do that. That's just how it is. So always remember that you have the power to become the person that you want. And through identity shifting, you can tap into the most powerful reality transurfing law of attraction principle of them all, which is the principle of becoming and attracting the reality as a direct result of becoming. Remember that the things that you do in your life and the things that you have in your life is a direct result of who you are. So with that, I want to conclude this video. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if this video helped you, please share it with a friend so they may benefit as well. Also, I'm excited to announce that I'm growing a massive Facebook group where I'll be sharing all of this kind of stuff. And we're growing really, really big, have around 600 members now. So when I was starting off with the law of attraction, I had a lot of problems with it. I couldn't understand stuff. I needed a lot of clarifications, and no one was there for me. So with this group, it's my deepest hope that you will ask questions and seek guidance with the members there who can really help you out. And also, I'll be there to interact with you on a personal level. So I sincerely hope to see you there. Click on the link in the description below to join. Also, I'm sad to say that the Reality Mastery program has closed for enrollment today. If you were unable to sign up for your free consult, I'll be opening it up again someday once we're available. And just so I'm clear about what the Reality Mastery program is, it's basically an identity shifting program. So whatever I just talked about in this video, we are going to go through a 6-week process of transforming you into the person that you need to become in order to subsequently attract the reality that you want. We take you through a 6-week process of defining clearly who you are now, understanding who you need to become, and then bridging the gap between the two. And once you become that person, you subsequently attract whatever it is that you want in your life and make massive transformation. So that's why I made the Reality Mastery program, because I was also once just experimenting with techniques. What can I do in order to have? What can I do? But then I learned about the paradigm of becoming, and whatever I was taught by my coaches, my great mentors, I share this in the program. So, sorry the course is closed for enrollment. It'll be opening up soon. If you're watching this video right now, I'm probably on vacation with Bridget to Arizona. So I hope that's exciting for me. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. Till next time, peace. Oh, click on the link below if you want to subscribe for the next round when it opens up. So you can still subscribe to my mailing list, and I'll email you as soon as we open up for enrollment again. And hope I see you then. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.